statement after the fight.
What's going on, you guys? Is Fox looking to get out of boxing in 2022? I know this has been something that's been circling around the boxing community for quite some time now. Your boy Bushido didn't look too deep into it because I want all boxing to succeed, right? But it raises questions as to if Fox is going to be still in boxing in 2022. And Shawn Porter being on DAZN raises question, right? Because usually, and I'm not the most business savvy guy when it comes to this boxing shit, okay? But I think I know a little bit. But usually when these guys do these commentary gigs, it's by contract, right? So by Shawn Porter being on DAZN, it raised question for your boy Bushido. But of course, it was a lot going on that night. You know, it was just something that kind of went past my mind after I saw it. But Shawn Porter was commentating for DAZN. It's like, okay, what is he doing here? Commentating for DAZN. And he with Fox, PBC. You know, even though he's retired as a fighter, he still should be able to commentate on that platform, right? And when you look at Roy Jones' situation, he wasn't commentating for a while. Why? Because he was still under contract with HBO. Even though HBO is defunct now, he was still under contract with him. He had to wait till his contract was up before he was able to do other commentary gigs. And I would assume the same would be for Shawn Porter and his relationship with Fox PBC, right? Well, it's looking like these rumors may be possibly true. Now, you got guys like Fred from Barbershop Conversations that's been kind of preaching to the choir that this is a real thing for quite a while. Premier Boxing Champions dishing Canelo Alvarez $50 million. You know, that's a lot of money, right? And I heard they really didn't. Those numbers really wasn't what they were. The 800,000, I heard it wasn't really that, you know. And you already know how your boy Bushido feel about the pay-per-view numbers. I don't believe none of them. But it really raised question when I seen this particular tweet from Keith Idec. Now, people like to believe Keith Idec when it fits their narrative, when it fits their agenda. You know, when Terrence Crawford pay-per-view numbers come out, he was the first guy that gave word there was around 190,000. You know, so people wanted to believe that. They took it and ran with it. So we're going to take his word for this one as well. And he says this: if you're wondering how committed Fox is to boxing on the actual network in 2022, you need to not look any further than ringside in Vegas, where Shawn Porter is calling these DAZN fights with Todd Grissom and Sergio Morta. Hashtag Haney Diaz. This is what Keith Idec had to say. He's a boxing insider guy. He's been doing this shit for a long time. And usually when guys like him come out and give you these little hints, it's something they may have heard behind the scenes as well. Not just your favorite YouTubers or guys like that. This is a boxing writer, insider guy that's telling you, hey, look, if you believe that Fox is going to still be into boxing in 2022, well, look no further than Shawn Porter being on DAZN. That's all the proof that you need right there. It's crazy, right? Of course, Fox. If we look at the Fox side of things, it seemed like Showtime has been really pushing out the fights this year for boxing. Of course, the $50 million that was given to Canelo Alvarez was a Showtime thing, but it's still under the PBC banner. And one would assume that PBC lost quite a bit of money on that Canelo Alvarez fight if those alleged pay-per-view numbers were inflated, right? You know, they said it was 800K, but I heard it was much less than that. So they end up losing a lot of money on Canelo Alvarez. $50 million plus they lost the money on the pay-per-view and everything, right? Of course, the gate was good and everything like that. I'm not sure. I'm not a boxing business guy. I'm just, you know, going off what we know, okay? But if this is all true, this could explain a lot of the reason why Floyd Mayweather is he seems more irritable than usual. You know, he's coming at Canelo Alvarez pretty aggressively. You know, maybe Canelo robbed the bank, right? You know how Floyd Mayweather always say, yeah, we robbing the bank. Well, maybe Canelo robbed the bank with PBC. You know, went right into their vote, took $50 million out, took even more out, probably more than that, and then went on about his business. Now he's going to be fighting Makabu or Mashalu after they go ahead and have their little, mandatory fight and shit. He's ran off. They ain't going to fight Benavidez. This is why Floyd Mayweather probably is calling out, Canelo on steroids. He's ducking Benavidez because he wants Canelo to come back because they lost a lot of money. Canelo robbed the bank and got the fuck up out of there. That's probably what happened. And now, you hear these things about Fox. You heard this for a while that Fox was looking to get out of boxing. And 2022 might be that year, you guys. Keith Idec came out and said it. I'm not saying his word is gospel. I'm not saying his word is law. But I'm just saying, when you got a guy who's on that side of the boxing community, right? He's on that side of the boxing community. He's a boxing writer, insider guy who's been doing this for quite a while. When he says things like that, then it really raises question. Of course, and we all seen Shawn Porter there on DAZN, and I'm sure in the back of your mind, it raised questions for you as well, but you didn't really think too much of it because you was ready for the main event that night. But tell me what you guys think. Is Fox going to still be in boxing in 2022? Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.